Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. In this consecutive session, the person who is added by me, Mr. Rana Jahanjai Ishaq, a citizen of Pakistan, but he is right now the non-native dwellers of UK there, the most dignified personality. I am blessed by the Almighty that I have achieved that most sacred opportunity, most significant opportunity to invite that type of most dignified person, most generous personality. So, Mr. Rana Jahanjai, before moving our fundamental conversation, better you introduce yourself just before the entire viewers and maximum for subcontinent, but also the viewers from your side. I mean, the Europeans also added with us. So, please introduce yourself in a synopsis. Then we will move to our fundamental conversation.
Sure. Thank you, Kabir. Thank you for the generous introduction. And Assalamu alaikum to your audience. As he said, I'm from Pakistan, currently living in UK. I've been doing different businesses here, and then at the end, after 14 years, now I'm thinking to move back to Pakistan, where my soul is. So, about my passion and my profession, I will discuss about media. I'm running some channels to educate our youth. On second, by profession, I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm doing some immigration work, and in my future plans, I want to do that from Pakistan to open some setups in Pakistan so I can benefit my youth there. And the third one is human rights. This issue is very close to my heart, and I have founded a charity called HRD Mission, Human Rights and Development Mission. So these three things are moving forward in my life.
So instead of elaborate information, you can introduce yourself in a synopsis that you are an all-rounder. Probably I am not incorrect.
Sorry, what's that?
Instead of elaborate information, better you can say in a synopsis that you are an all-rounder. And most probably I am not incorrect. Right?
I try to do as much as I can. So you can call it all rounder. I found myself a common person. Like I'm not super efficient in any one category. So I try to contribute in each and every category.
Brother, you are not visible. Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, brother, at first we want to know about your professional journey, and you are a journalist by profession, and you are living there at Bristol. So, can we know about the beginning? You are a citizen of Pakistan by born, but how did you move into Bristol? And mashallah, you are a successful journalist there. So, please tell something about your successful professional journey as a journalist.
Well, same like every Pakistani, I want to succeed in my life. I wanted to explore opportunities in the world. So I belong from like a very small town called Rahim Khan, that is in South Punjab, a very conservative city. So I wanted to explore opportunities. So after my graduation, I moved to Lahore. I reside there around 6 years. I done my degree in computer sciences. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible. Please carry on.
Yeah, and
Probably, is there load shedding? Oh, please carry on.
yeah, after spending some good 6 years, then I explore opportunity in Britain, and I moved to Britain for higher studies. Over here, I done my master in business administration. I've been doing some different businesses for around 10 years, and then I think I need to contribute in my community. God has granted me a lot of things in my life. So I start thinking towards giving back to my community. I had passion to to speak to people, to to advise them, and I've been watching on my video media in Pakistan and all over the world that misinformation has been spreading, on very vast scales. So I thought, why not, we should do a little effort and to start a channel where we can only spread some true news, not the false news, not the disinformation. So on that scale, because media is a power. So by the media, people watch you on social media, people watch you on television. So that is a very influential platform. So thinking on that more, then I started some channels. I started contacted Urdu Point. That is the largest social media network in history of Pakistan, having around 10 million subscribers. So I've been doing that work on different channels, where and when I can. So the basic aim to do the journalism was the only one that spread the true news instead of lobbying someone like in politics. The channels are playing very notorious part, and these media channels are moving a narrative from one way to another. So we need some neutral channels in this world. So just thinking on that scale, I really started with my own channel called Bristol News Network to promote my city. So any activity happen in my city, I promote on that channel, and we try to do only positive stuff. There's a lot of negative in the world, even in my city. Even if I want to expose or highlight negative stuff, negative stuff is always high in the market. But we're not thinking about profit. We're thinking about positivity, to contribute in the community. So that's why all we are doing is highlighting a positive image, to spread opportunities, to brainwash our youth, so they can move from negative to positive. At the moment, I see my youth, they are just wasting their talent in the streets, playing games, or doing, some are in drugs, some are on, they're playing PUBG all the time. So thinking on that scale, what my mission of my life is, I want to change that wasted talent to something productive, so they can play their role, because everyone is genius, everyone is god gifted genius. All you need is to polish their skills. So that's what we are doing here on the media side. Yes.
So, Mr. Rana, the most significant question I am going to ask you that, as you already told that the entire world is misguided about Pakistan, and misinformation is still exposed that about Pakistan, that even the even the Bangladeshi dwellers, the Indian dwellers, are scared to move into Pakistan. You know what? I had visited Pakistan in the last year. So while I was in Pakistan, my neighbors, my relatives, they're telling that I will be killed, I will be tortured, I will be slaughtered, I will be abducted and forcefully tortured to joining militancy. You know what? After the Osama bin Laden issue in Abbottabad in the year of 2002, people still have the transparent prediction is the entire Pakistan is a safe shelter of terrorism. But you know what? Still, I observed that the European visitors also randomly into Pakistan without any type of hesitation. So, not as a journalist, as a patriotic Pakistani, what is your point of view that we can abolish the existence of misinformation about the entire Pakistan, and how we can introduce that Pakistan is a safe tourist destination before the entire world? How it can be possible?
Well, there are 2 points I would like to discuss. First point is about terrorism. You discuss terrorism. If you go to the history, in the history you will see the Western powers. They have killed. There's a very big ratio. They have killed people in Afghanistan. They have killed in Iraq, in Syria, in many countries on the name of terrorism. So the Pakistan have done nothing on the name of terrorism. This is all media manipulation. That's what my point is to say, that Pakistan have nothing to do with terrorism. Pakistan is the victim of terrorism. basically. But media, because media run on money, so Western powers, they have money, so they run media on their they spend money on media, and they tilt media towards the direction they want to. The recent example, EU Disinfo Lab, they have exposed the largest fake news network in the history of European Parliament. So if you see that, even their own on NGOs, they are exposing them. If you go to Brussels or Geneva, you will see there are huge banners, posters outside, Parliament, and outside the session. They are demanding for Blochi Liberation Front. They are demanding, all different communities demanding freedom. But when you go Pakistan, you will see nothing is there. So there's no existence for any liberation movement or anything within Pakistan. But that's all, what media is playing their role. I think world need to open their eyes even after this disinfo lab. They have exposed, what India have been doing there. So, being a Pakistani, a common Pakistani, what would I say to the world? I would say, come visit us. Pakistani is the most, friendly nation in the world. Even I have seen some vlogs where foreigners, they have visited us, and their point of view was that they don't have to spend anything, because everything they want they are getting free, because of the hospitality of the people. We are big hearted people. We have northern areas in Pakistan. They are the heaven in the earth. So even if you have seen the Switzerland or any other beautiful country, if you go to Pakistan and explore it, you will find Pakistan is more beautiful than those countries. But all we need is attraction from foreign tourists, from foreign vloggers, so they can go there and explore it. Pakistan is very friendly, very peaceful country. You can see from the foreign tourists who have gone there. Like, I would like to mention couple of names. If you have heard it, Eva Zubak, and there are a couple of others. You know, they go there and they find what is true Pakistan. So to know someone, you need to go there and find yourself, instead of believing what is being portrayed in the media. Yes.
Okay, and I also, wait a minute. I also random Pakistan, and instead of derogatory manner, I admired by unparalleled hospitality, which was a beyond comparison. And you know what? I never ever hesitate about my safety. I was never ever scared about my safety for a single moment. So anyhow, brother, let's move our conversation about the immigration there. You know what? You are a lawyer by profession and you are contributing for immigration there. While we heard about any country of Europe, including the UK, we the dwellers of subcontinent especially, we have a prediction that life in Europe is something like that, living in paradise there. So first of all, you have to explain as you have tested the environment of both sides. So please explain the truth that is our prediction is right or it is just a fictitious myth.
This is not the case. This is only a fictitious myth. What I would say, every country is same. This is not a paradise. We live in a common world. You have to go to work. You have to clean everything. You have to play your part. What I would say, if you have skills and you want to succeed in your life, you can succeed in your own country. But what I would suggest, to open your mind, I must stress that you should visit some foreign countries. You should visit some developed countries to see how their system works, how they run their government, how they run their local governments, and how their school runs. We have very small issues in our countries, third world countries, because we are in the stage of evolvement. We are evolving. So to play your role, fully, I must say you must go to any foreign country to have your own personal experience. Now, this is actually mission of my life. What I want to do, I want to send 1 million people to the foreign countries to explore how they work. Not to stay there, not to live there, but to just to explore. They may go on visit visa, they may go on study visa, they can go for high studies, they can do degree, they can live, they can work there. So after you spend some time, you have a brilliant idea that how the system gonna work. When I was in Pakistan around 15 years ago, I must accept I wasn't able to think that much. I only think, inside the box. And I had no idea how the world goes. I only, see that when I watch BBC or CNN, I was thinking, oh, how are these people, they're running that much, channel, they actually running the whole world. But when I come here, I see these people, they are very common people. They are not like, highly skilled or something like that. They are common people. The one thing which I have seen in this country is that their system works actually. In our third world countries, we don't let the system work. We think we are superstitious, and all we want is our personal benefit. We give priority to our personal benefit instead of the our state benefit or a benefit for our country. So that's I have seen in UK. It's not like the same in UK. In UK, even if you are prime minister or you are any minister, if you break the law, you will go behind the bars. So there's nothing like, that you are powerful or you are anything. So anyone break the law, you will go behind the bars. So anyone overspeed, you have to pay the penalty. So these are the basic things. If we let our system works, we need to put a firm belief on our system that if we obey the system, that can work. Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Rana. I have to move back to my journey at Pakistan. I was admired by the pristine environment, God gifted pristine environment, and nothing was artificial. Brother, one thing I had especially observed that I have landed into Karachi airport, and since Karachi airport, even in the foreign minister office, even one of my friend he did MBA in English at Aga Khan University. I observed that the maximum civilizations they are reluctant to talk in English. They're reluctant to reciprocate their thoughts and ideas in English, but they're keenly interested to move in Canada, Australia, or European country. So, will you please tell me that I had visited India also, but I observed that for even fourth class people they are fluent in English over there. But why not the Pakistanis? Even the well-educated personalities, even the immigration police officers, they are telling me that क्यों आपको उर्दू नहीं आता है उर्दू में बोलो अंग्रेजी क्यों बोल रहे हो so that type of words I that makes me uh, actually that creates a discomfort that they are not acknowledged about that the foreigners are not fluent in Urdu. So my Urdu is not so much strong as the Pakistani have. So will you please tell me that why the Pakistani dwellers are reluctant to communicate in English and how can they remove their hesitation if they want to move into the Western country or European country, or they have to cut an outstanding figure in their career, professional or educational career.
Sure. Yes, Brother Kabir, as you mentioned, we are reluctant to speak in English. Being British colony, if you go behind before the independence, obviously there were two systems, one for Britain and one for local people. So we still think the same. We still think that we are inferior nation, and the one who speak English, they are superior. So we have to break that barrier. Yes, you're right, but I think it's a lack of awareness. New our new youth is coming, young people. I'm confident they will change. They will change it and they will break the barrier. Because Pakistan have been very underdeveloped country, and we were I would say I'm not hopeful about my leadership. Before Imran Khan, there were a typical two-party system, They never let the country develop. And I think now after Imran Khan, he will change it. He will change the perception of Pakistan in the outer world, and that will make an impact on our youth as well. I think there will be opportunities for them to explore and to to go outside the countries and then explore the opportunities. I think because people have been very depressed due to the political situation and lack of awareness, and our forefathers, obviously they've been all, most of them illiterate people. So due to all of that circumstances, we've been very unlucky. In If you talk about confidence, if you talk about speaking in English, even if we know how to speak in English, we think if we speak in English, we will be other people will be thinking as we are faking it. So I think that's the reason. We really need to
Brother, sorry to interrupt you. One of my friend, he can speak Chinese fluently, but he can't speak English. So, what is the reason behind that?
Well, what can I say? That we have been unlucky enough to been caught in that trap, that we shouldn't. We want to speak English, but I would say lack of confidence. Nothing else I can see here.
that that is that type of exceptional failure. I observed that they can fluently speak Chinese. This is pretty difficult language, but they are not interested in achieving fluency in English. Okay, so brother, right now the unemployed issue is massively visible not only in Pakistan, even in India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, I mean the entire subcontinent, including Nepal. So in the recent situation, although corona pandemic is still continuing, and we it is totally out of our prediction that how much it will exist. So anyway, we have to continue our life. So if right now, if anyone plan to move into UK or any other country of Europe, so what type of privilege a man can achieve in the academic field or professional field, and how he or she have to take their preparation?
Well, first of all, as I said before, I must stress everyone who want to succeed in their life, he or she want to become a successful person in life. I must stress he or she must go abroad to see how the life goes there. The shortest route is obviously visitor visa. You can go on tourist visa on any country and see their culture. See how people live there. You can visit the universities and everything. But if you want to live there for longer period, you want to explore the opportunities, you want to study there in any category. I must say that in your CV, in your portfolio, if there's a qualification from foreign university, obviously that will put an edge on your CV. So after visit visa, if you are interested, if you're still interested, I must say you should study any degree in abroad. And UK, Canada, America, obviously they have many universities and they have very good programs. In Europe also there are many universities. Some universities are free. They offer free education, like in Germany. In Germany you don't have to pay any fee. So it depends, like which country you want to go, which subject you want to study. And many countries, even they have some, their packages. After you complete your study, university will put you on a 1 year placement where you can work practically what you have studies, and after that you can get work permit, which is around 2 years. After that time, you almost spend 5 years in there, and after 5 years spending any country, you can get PR, like permanent residence. So that is a good route as well, if you want to live there permanently, or if you want to add another nationality or passport. Obviously, that will make your tour easy if you want to travel Europe or any other country. Or third world countries, passports, they don't have that much value. You want to go to any country, the visa process is very tough. So if you have British or European passport, obviously you can roam around the world almost without a visa. So I think if you want to become a successful person, that is another thing you need to add in your profile. You have if you have fire in your belly and you want to do something, obviously that's a good idea to go abroad to see how they're running the world, and to do a degree or anything there, and then have PR there. And then you have, obviously, along with your own nationality, you have PR of another European or British country, and then you can roam around in any other country. Obviously, being a successful person, it's all about traveling. If you can travel to any country, so the whole world will be local for you.
Okay, brother. So far, my prediction, not only in UK, you had visited several countries in European continent there, and so far my knowledge, there is no border restriction between Poland, German, France, England, and so on and so forth. So you know what? They have comparatively worse massacre history, comparatively worse history than our subcontinent. So why? What is your point of view? Why the strict border restriction still exists in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh? You know what? I observed that I have the information that many Bengali speaking Pakistani, they get stuck in Karachi. Still, they are mourning to move into Bangladesh, but they can't because of the strict visa regulation there. So, how we can change that constitutionalism? And we want to know that although they have worse history, something like the German and Poland, the Germany, they brutally tortured the dwellers of Poland there, and that type of heinous atrocity, if we, if we search, really bone shaking. So, brother, we want to know that there is also a history between France and England. So, we want to know what type of constitutionalism they are still maintaining, that they have no restriction, although they have massacre history, but still we are nurturing the apartheid like a beside.
I would say that is really unfortunate that Bengali people, Indian people, Pakistani, all we neighbors, we love each other. We are the most loving nations on the planet. But due to leadership, due to politics, we have been putting barriers. We have very strict borders. We are we compelled to hate each other. When we compare uh, our countries to the European or any other countries, they don't love each other that much. But because due to the world politics, they need to sell arms. So if we love each other, if we finish our borders, how would they sell their arms to us? So that is really a bad luck. Our leaders need to think on that. No nation can progress without meeting each other, without eliminating boundaries. You talk about that you can go free within European countries. EU. There are many countries. There are borders like there's just one line, and on the right side is one country, left side another country. So if you have European passport, even on Schengen visa, you can roam around in any country without any border restrictions. So that's how they are progressing their GDPs. That's how they're progressing with their nation. But we are still stuck in nationalism. uh, Obviously everyone loves their country, but we want to progress, so we cannot progress until we do the same. Like in Europe, they have one market, they have free movement. So we need to do that in our area. Otherwise, I'm really think that we can do progress.
Brother, the ferocious history of Second World War of Europe make anyone dizzy. Do you? please explain that how did they revive their relationship after the Second World War?
Well, that's what Europe have learned from the two world wars, that war is not the solution of anything. If you see towards World War, there have been many people have been dying due to the, even after the Second World War. Britain was not, they have even not enough people to survive, so they have to bring people from third world countries. So same goes with like Germany, what they have done with Britain. And by fighting, they have learned the lesson that fight is not the resolution of any problem. So they have learned their lesson. No, I think it is our turn to learn that lesson from them, not by fighting each other.
Okay, Mr. Rana, so apart from this, you are contributing as a humanitarian, and according to our history, we know that the neighboring country of UK is France, and France is still indirectly dominating the African continent. And in the African continent, even in our neighboring country in Myanmar, the Rohingya dwellers in Kashmir. Also, here is one of my Kashmiri friends, IOK, that means Indian occupied Kashmir, and in Palestine, in Syria, people are dying due to starving. People are still living in turmoil. So, how we can revive humanity? What is the point of view?
Well, if I talk about openly, I must say that world going by the principle that might is right. So the powerful countries, they do what they want to do. They don't care about human rights. That's why there are a lot of human rights organizations in the world, but they don't tend to work in the real sense. If you talk about Kashmir, you talk about Afghan Muslims. If you talk about Palestine, what is happening there? Even in, I must say, in every country, the human rights are being exploited, and we need to work. We don't need to see toward United Nations. They won't come to help us. So everyone need to help. Everyone need to play their own role. Um, Thinking on that ground, I founded an organization because education is close to my heart. Same goes with human rights. So my organization called Human Rights and Development Mission. That's what I'm thinking to make a good team and to help as much as I can through my profession as a lawyer and through my passion as a journalist. Um, as much help as I can. That's what I tend to do, and that's what I stress to other people. Anyone and everyone who have fire in their belly, or who want to do something for humanity. They don't think towards the government. They don't need to think towards UN. No one come to help you until you highlight your issues. So first we need to start from our own home, and then when we do our work, the issue will be highlighted, and hopefully everyone will be there to help you out.
So, brother, you are contributing for human rights, and you have an organization, and you are working for charity. Do you have any plan for the Rohingya dwellers who are living as refugees in Bangladesh?
Yes, well, these are very when I think about them, I must feel sick that what is happening with our brother Muslims and sisters. All we can do is to spread awareness, and that's what we are doing through our channels, through our media channels. There were a couple of people who even went there physically to see what is going on and to highlight that issue on media. Obviously, that is a huge issue, and that's not in hand of even one country or any one organization. All we can do is just to spread awareness and to highlight the issues. So the bigger organizations or the United Nations, they can stress on the countries to help them out.
Okay, Mr. Rana, thanks a lot for giving your precious time. So, time to turn the conclusion. So, before conclude, please send a last message for the dwellers of Bangladesh, including me.
It was very nice speaking with you. As I said in my conversation, I must stress everyone need to play their role to make this world prosperous, not on your own house, not only to your own city, not only to your own country, but the whole world. The whole world is a small village, and we need to contribute our role towards each other. To do that, to become a successful in your life, to satisfy your inner self, all you need to do is to think out of the box. And on my profession, as I stress, you must need to go abroad to see how they spend their life there, how the system works. I think that's the best solution. You can educate yourself, and then when you come back, you will be equal to, I would say, more than 100 people. Because if you live local and you just can't think out of the box, you don't have that ability to think. If you have roam around the world, if you have seen the foreign countries, if then your thinking ability increase very much. So that's my message to you, brother Kabir, and everyone. If they can visit another country, as you mentioned, you visit India and Pakistan, I must stress, you also need to visit foreign developed countries to see how the system works. And then when you come back, you can teach that to your own local governments. You can teach that to your own people.
Relation can be deteriorate, but it cannot be diminished forever. It's our holy responsibility, it's our sacred responsibility to revive the relationship, because ultimately we don't have to justify that from where we were been. Here I am not watching any distance due to the blessing of internet, and not I am not observing you as a Pakistani. First of all, our identity is we are human, and we should love people, respect love, and we should contribute for humanity according to the regulation of ethicalism. Thanks a lot, Mr. Rana. May Allah bless you, and may Allah bless you in the hereafter, and may Allah bless your entire family. And I am thankful to you, and I'm thankful to the interviewers for watching our conversation. And I pray to Almighty that every parent should deserve at least one son like you, not only in Pakistan, rather in the entire world.
Thank you, brother. Thanks a lot for your nice word. Thank you.
Okay. Khuda Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Khuda Hafiz. Assalam.